Welcome to the BP311 Weekday Sports Picks Show for Wednesday, April 27, 2022. I'm going to give you 5 picks for today. Before I do that, we've got a recap. Before I do that, we got programming notes and some shout outs. So, hey, like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching, whether it's live or it's later. I love having you guys. Love trying to help you out. Love trying to help you keep it profitable and make some money in sports betting. With that being said, I often tell you to check out certain people, and I watch them myself. So I don't know if I've ever said this, and if I haven't, I should have. Not always the greatest, not always the best plays, not always profitable, but a guy that I've been watching from the beginning since I started betting, and has been an inspiration to me to some degree has been Big Walt Pro. I'd like you to check him out on YouTube too. Give him a like and a subscribe. With that being said, I don't plan on being on the show today. Haven't gotten any invite. Don't think I will. Not really sure. It's kind of intermittent, and I might not even be around. I'm going to try to get back here by 2:00 today to watch Johnny Hahn wins with Bodon and T-Mac, but they'll be on live at 2 p.m. They've been going on live at 2 p.m. often lately, so check that out if you can. A lot of great baseball picks and NBA analysis. That being said, and check out all those guys individually. Johnny Hahn wins, Bodon wins, T-Mac. Don't forget to check out my co-host TJ Saltdog. Programming note, we're kicking off May in a very, very big way with May 2nd. There will be no BP311 Weekday Sports Picks show on Monday, May 2nd. There will be a This Week in Sports Betting episode 4, predominantly, the NHL playoff preview on that program. And we have a 6-pack. We're going to fill the screen. We're going to have the most people I can get on here without paying for a subscription through Reststream. We're going to have BP311, TJ Saltdog, Tanner Kern, the coach, Matt Kowalis, and Corey Manicelli, all of us on here. Many of us talking NHL playoffs for a good period of time before we drop into the NBA playoffs as the first round progresses through. And we'll try to give you a couple baseball picks at the end, try to wrap it up within an hour. It'll be on Monday, May 2nd, 6 p.m. We'll say 6 to 7 p.m. Might be a bit of a longer show. We'll try to keep it within an hour. I know a lot of the games in the NHL do start around 7 o'clock hour. So just after 12 p.m. now, Eastern time, just after high noon. I want to get the live show out today. So let's get into that. My buddy TJ Saltdog, Terry Saltzman's here. He likes the Mets Moneyline over the Cardinals. And he knows how I feel about that. I didn't take the Cardinals today. They are my favorite team in Major League Baseball. One of those pick'em games again. I mean, they're about the same money line on both sides, minus 105, minus 107. I didn't like the pitching matchup. I don't hate your pick, Terry, because I didn't go against it. So I will endorse your pick, even though it's against my team, because if I thought they could win today, I would have taken them, and I didn't. So Terry's got the Mets money line over the Cardinals, and you may want to consider taking that pick, as the Mets have looked better lately, at least the last couple games against the Cards. Let's do the recap first. I was going to give you my picks, but I got to do the recap first. Not the greatest day on Tuesday. I went 1-2. The Blues dropped to the Avalanche. I believe Terry was on that pick as well. And unfortunately, Colorado came to play for a change. 5-3. Avalanche get the job done in Colorado. The bright spot was the Kraken for me. Got another over-hitter. 5-2 Canucks in an over 6 goals win for the Kraken and the Canucks last night in Vancouver. In MLB, I took the biggest underdog money line of the day in the Oakland A's. Not to be. They lose 8-2 to the San Francisco Giants in the Bay. Late game in Major League Baseball last night. So 1-2 officially on the picks for Tuesday. Had a couple ideas for you. Look, Real Madrid had every opportunity to win that game. And at plus 525, I don't hate that I took it. I don't even feel bad about taking it or even giving it out as an idea because, look, it's a semifinal in a tournament to win and crown a championship here, and they're in it to win it. I know Manchester City has been lights out, but look, it was 4-3, and that kind of score in a soccer game is almost unheard of. They stayed in the game. They kept scoring goals. They had their opportunities. They just couldn't get it over the finish line. So I don't regret taking the pick. I lost a couple bucks. It is what it is. I had an idea win for you last night. I took an all chalk money line in the NBA, plus 260 with the Heat, the Grizz, and the Suns. that hit. I don't think I mentioned my parlay. I did have one. It didn't pan out. It was because of DeAndre Ayton. Everybody was on DeAndre Ayton. Big Walt had Ayton over 20.5. Bo Dunn had Ayton over 20.5. I feel like I heard it somewhere else. I think it was on BetQL. I heard that prop. Everybody loved that prop. That prop burned it. Chris Paul had over 20.5 points. The Suns won the game, but Ayton only had 19, so he let us down there. And that was something that I didn't say on my show yesterday because I took it late. I've been taking a lot of NBA same-game parlays right before game time, kind of just what do I like? What does everybody else like? What do I think the consensus is? Throw it together. It's a $10 risk-free daily at DraftKings. If you put 3 legs together in an NBA same-game parlay in the playoffs for the first round, you lose and you get your $10 back. So, it ain't much, but it's something. Tonight in the NHL, Terry's got the Kings and the Kraken over 6, and I love that play, and I'm going to not only endorse that play, but it's one of my plays. We'll get into that a little bit later. Let's start in baseball. And before we do that, I'll give you the record. We've got 1 and 2 for Tuesday, 40, 36 and 1 for April, 158, 146 and 5 all time. And now we roll into Wednesday officially. I've got 5 picks today, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Don't forget to check out Johnny Hahn Wins live over there with Bodut and T-Mac at 2 p.m. And don't forget to check out the 6-pack challenge. All 6 of us are going to fill the screen for you in the NHL playoff. This Week in Sports Betting, episode 4, Monday, May 2nd, 6 p.m. All right, MLB. I took 3 plays that are all plus money odds, so tail at your own risk. Kansas City Royals at the Chicago White Sox game is on at 2:10 p.m. today. I like the over 7 runs in this game. It's plus 105 at Caesars and at PointsBet. I think the White Sox bats bring the total up here. Greinke 2.25 ERA facing C's at 3.38. Yes, Royals had the better pitcher. I might look at the White Sox money line here. Honestly, I think that they're the better team. I think that they're going to win the game. And ultimately, I think they're the reason why the total would get over 7 tonight, predominantly. So that's my pick in that game. Moving on, 6:40 p.m. I like the Seattle Mariners money line plus 125 and the Tampa Bay Rays. They beat them yesterday. I like both of these teams. I just think the Mariners have the edge right now. Marco Gonzalez, 3.29 ERA against Drew Rasmussen, 5.25 ERA. I think Seattle's got the better pitcher, and the Rays bats have not really been coming to play too much lately, so I'm going to go with the Mariners again. And finally, yes, you can call this one a homer play if you'd like to. I am a Tigers fan. I got the Tigers money line at plus 170 over at Caesars against and at the Minnesota Twins. Games on first pitch 7:40 p.m. You have got Pineda pitched 5 innings with 3 hits and no runs against the Yankees on the 21st of April. He has a 0.0 ERA so far this season. If he can pitch like that today and the Tigers can put a couple runs across, they may be able to win this game. Joe Ryan's 1.69. He pitched a lot more innings than Pineda. He's played in a lot more games than Pineda so far. I just think the Tigers have an opportunity and that there's value in this money line. So I'll take the Motor City Kitties on the plus 170 money line, and you get that over at Caesars. And that'll wrap it up. I got 3 plays in the MLB. I'm coming for it today because MLB, after a 6-1 start for me personally, has pretty much just dropped right off a cliff. So I took some time this morning, and I'm trying to get back. So hopefully some plus money plays can get me back on the bankroll slide, and everything is going well. As far as the NHL, I've got 2 plays in the NHL for you. The Philadelphia Flyers are a plus 170 underdog. Get that one over at Caesars. They are in Winnipeg playing the Jets tonight. 7:30 p.m. on ESPN Plus. You've got people want to talk goaltending, right? I never go big into it. I never go deep into it, at least not until the playoffs. But you know what? I will. I've decided that I'm going to, at least in this one. They got Martin Jones holding down the net for Philadelphia, 3.43 goal against average, 90% save percentage against Connor Hellebuck, who is a better goalie and is a better goalie by the stats. Connor Hellebuck, 3.0 goals against average, 91% save percentage. I think both of these teams are going to hold down the fort a bit at the goaltending side of things, but at the same time, Winnipeg has not gotten it together. They're a mediocre team. They were expected to do more. They were expected to make the playoffs. They were one of the teams I put a future on. They won't even be in the playoffs. They changed coaches. They got an interim coach. He's not working out. Things aren't going great in Winnipeg right now. And I know that they have a way better record than the Philadelphia Flyers, but it's the end of the season. And, I'm not sure. I'm hoping they can make Hellebuck stand on his head. I'm going with the Flyers tonight. Plus 170 on the money line. Big underdog play there. And then my last and final play in the NHL is Terry's play as well. I'm going with the Kings and the Kraken over 6 goals. I got it at minus 106 over at Bet Rivers. The only VIG I paid all day. These teams played 3 times this season. They hit the over 6 2 out of 3 times. I was leery on this one. I'll be honest with you. The Kings are one of the worst over teams in the NHL, while the Kraken are still in the top 10. But when I saw the head-to-heads 2 out of 3, the Kings are a playoff team. The Kraken are going to try to stay in this, and hopefully they're not too tired off the back-to-back. I got to roll with the Kraken, man. This is the third to last game that they have this season, and I'm loving their overs. They hit more times than not for me. We've talked about this over and over again at length. Kraken overs hit. I'm taking it. Those are my 5 plays. I'll recap in a moment. Let's talk about the NBA a little bit. Look, I didn't like any of the spreads last night. I took an all-chalk money line that paid me plus 260 to be exact. I don't like either one of the spreads tonight. I thought about taking the Bulls plus 12.5, but when I found out Zach LaVine's not going to play, that's a whole different story. Not touching it. I can't touch that game. I did put together one of those same game parlays over there. DraftKings risk-free for $10 if you want a piece of that action. This is an idea play. I won't count it toward or against the record, but I put it together early this time, so I can give it out, right? I hit it with Luka the other night. I think it was Luka for 30 and Brunson for 20 and the Mavs to win. And I don't remember what the number was on it, but it hit. I think it was plus 360, plus 400, something like that. And I'm going to give you this one. And this is an idea play. And it's the only thing I got for it in the NBA because the spreads have gotten out of hand late in the first round. I just don't like the way it's looking. And there's no way I'm taking the Nuggets again. I think the Nuggets go home tonight. I think the Bulls go home tonight. I think both these series end tonight, but I don't like to, lay a 12.5 point or 7.5, 8.5 point spread on either side. And so here we go. Same game parlay idea. I took the Warriors money line, Curry 4+ 3-pointers, Curry 25+ points, and Klay Thompson 20+ points plus 300. You can get a risk-free at DraftKings for, $10. Or you can put more on it and they'll give you a $10 free bet anyway. Up to you. Tailor your own risk. That's an idea. That's the only idea today. Let's recap the official plays. I'm taking the Kansas City Royals at the Chicago White Sox. 210 first pitch over 7 runs plus 105. Grab it at Caesars or PointsBet. I think the White Sox bats bring the total up in this game. Game 2 in the MLB, 6:40 p.m. Seattle Mariners money line plus 125 over at DraftKings at versus Tampa Bay Rays. Gonzalez 3.29 versus Rasmussen 5.29. Better pitcher on the Seattle side. 7:40 p.m. first pitch. Detroit Tigers money line plus 170 at Caesars at the Minnesota Twins. Pineda so far this season 0.0 ERA versus Joe Ryan 1.69 ERA so far this season. 2 good pitchers. You might want to consider the under in this game, to be honest. NHL side of things, Philadelphia Flyers. Money line plus 170 at Caesars at the Winnipeg Jets, 7:30 p.m. ESPN Plus. You've got Martin Jones and Connor Hellebuck holding down the forts in net. And then the LA Kings at the Seattle Kraken over 6 goals, minus 106 at Bet Rivers. They've hit 2 out of 3 times in head-to-head competition against each other this season. Those are my 5 plays, 3 in the MLB, 2 in the NHL, 5 total. Cannot go even today. Hoping for 5-0. 4-1 would be just fine. 3-2, I'll settle. Anything less, disappointment. I'm coming back with you on Thursday, coming back with you on Friday. There's potential that Friday may be a special show. It may or may not be my first BP311 Weekday Sports Picks show with a guest or two. Yet to be seen. Jury's still out. Not really sure if that's going to happen or not yet. Just a thought and an idea. Something in motion potentially there. Check out the guys on Johnny Hahn Wins at 2 p.m. with Bodon and T-Mac. Great MLB, great NBA. Big Wall Pro already posted his video today. I'm going to go check it out right after I get done with this one. Go check that out. I'm not sure if Terry's doing any videos anytime soon, but I know that he will be on with me, Matt Kowales, Tanner Kern, the coach, and Corey Manicelli in a six-pack NHL preview. Dominant, heavy show with NBA and MLB this week in sports betting. Episode 4, 6 p.m., Monday, May 2nd, right here on BP311's Weekday Sports Picks channel. In the meantime, keep it profitable.